Writes the Becker with no arms or legs, proving disability is not inability.
Normally, I write with my mouth. When I was little, I didn't able to use my hands to write.
Also on Primetime News tonight, Sierra Leone joins the rest of the world to commemorate World Hepatitis Day 2026 under the theme, Let's Break It Down.
The situation is still scary as the prevalence. We believe that it's even more than what it used to be.
Now for the news in details. Hello and welcome from wherever you're joining me tonight. I am Mariam Atomi. First in the news, 18-year-old Daniela Kennedy is among thousands of candidates of the 2026 Basic Education Certificate Examination, BECE. Born without arms and legs, Daniela writes to examination by holding a pen with her mouth. Despite the challenges faced in accessing education, she remains determined to succeed to fulfill her dreams of becoming a lawyer. AYV's education reporter George Batilo Powell reports from Rockberry Village at Formal Newton in the Western Area Rural District. The visuals were filmed by Joseph Conte.
For many candidates, writing the BECE is a significant milestone. But for 18-year-old Daniela Kennedy, a pupil of Rockberry School of Excellence in Rockberry Village for Mile Newton, every examination is a remarkable display of resilience and determination. Born without arms and legs, Daniela has mastered the art of writing by holding a pen with her mouth.
Normally, I write with my mouth. When I was little, I didn't able to use my hands to write. So the organization I was in, they were supporting me to do this one, an operation. So for me to use my hand, but it didn't work. So they decided for me to use my mouth to write. So they were teaching me how to hold the pen. Even although it was difficult for me to hold the pen, like to bow my head like this, I would feel it behind my back, the pain. So I was practicing it, putting the pen in my mouth and write. If I have a way, if they give me a way to do an operation, for me to be able to use my hands, yes, that's always my wish. If I'm able to use my hands, I will be happy for that. I don't have a wheelchair, a proper wheelchair, because I always used to, to help myself, to ride myself, but I don't have that one. And for my school materials, I don't have books, like bags, shoes, those stuff that we usually use for schooling.
Daniela says her greatest ambition is to become a lawyer, to stand for justice and advocate for people, especially those living with disabilities.
I wish to become a lawyer. The reason being, I want to fight for myself and to defend my country as well. God is perfect, darling.
She also has a passion for singing, a talent she hopes to develop alongside her education.
Baby, you are strong. You are wise. You are wise beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can be perfect, baby.
Cause nobody's perfect, darling. Cause no, there's nobody in the world like you.
Her teacher describes Daniela as hardworking, disciplined, and highly determined.
Daniela came into this school since 2023 when she was in JSS 1. And since that time, I came to know Daniela. She was performing exceptional despite her disability.
The head of the orphanage where Daniela lives says she has remained focused despite challenges.
She's brave, she's clever, and she's bold and confident as well. Yeah, she's fearless.
The orphanage is home to 33 children, 30 of whom are living with different forms of disability.
Children will always be children. Despite the challenges confronting her, Daniela Kennedy has ambitions of her own. Realizing those plans certainly requires the support beyond this orphanage.
just like children of Ogbere School of Excellence and the House of Hope Orphanage in Ogbere Village for Mile Newton, Western Area Rural District. Many other children across the country face similar challenges. George Batilo Powell, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, as Sierra Leone joins the rest of the world to commemorate World Hepatitis Day 2026 under the theme, Let's Break It Down, health experts are raising concerns over the country's high burden of hepatitis B, and studies indicate that about 1 in 8 Sierra Leoneans are living with the virus, underscoring the need for increased awareness, testing, and access to treatment. Eddie Maconte reports.
Hepatitis remains a major public health challenge in Sierra Leone. According to available studies, an estimated 1.1 million Sierra Leoneans were living with hepatitis B in 2022, representing about 14.8% of the population, roughly 1 in every 8 people. As the world marks World Hepatitis Day, the Minister of Health says tackling the disease remains a national priority.
Today, there have not been new studies to look at the prevalence of hepatitis. However, the situation is still scary as prevalence. We believe that it's even more than what it used to be. And the 13.8% that used to be initially, we believe it's even more than that now because of the transmission rates compared to other diseases is higher and it's faster. Okay, so we believe it's even more than what it used to be. I mean, from 14.8 from 2022, it might have gone up to probably more than even 14% by project.
Despite the high prevalence, health professionals say many people are unaware of their status due to low levels of testing and screening. Founder of No Hep Foundation Sierra Leone, Dr. Manal Gazawi, says early testing is critical, noting that hepatitis can remain silent for years before symptoms appear.
All sexually active people should be tested. All people at risk of having the infection should be tested. People infected with HIV, people co-infected with hepatitis C, cancer patients who have lower immune system, and other people at risk, for example, sex workers, people injecting drugs, healthcare workers, and for as long as you live in an endemic region, you have to be tested. But many people would have developed already liver diseases like liver failure, liver cirrhosis, or liver cancer. So that is why mostly now the younger populations are diagnosed of liver cancer because they've, for example, had the infection since they were a baby, for example, and it keeps on damaging the liver, knowing to adults until they reach early adult stage, then liver cancer comes in.
She also highlights some of the challenges in the fight against hepatitis and the need for strong interventions to improve prevention, diagnosis, and treatment.
Another challenge is till now, government has not taken serious action when it comes to hepatitis B elimination in Sierra Leone or viral hepatitis elimination. What they should be doing is implement exactly what's in the viral hepatitis policy. We are good at making documents, but we do not implement what's in those documents.
The government says efforts are underway to reduce transmission and improve access to hepatitis services across the country.
The ministry is focused currently on is what we call the triple elimination, focusing mostly on transmission of the disease from mother to child during pregnancy. So what they've done is to see how they can collaborated with the expanded program on immunization to focus on vaccinating children at birth. So within the first 24 hours after delivery, and it's going to be across the country. So we started this application in 2024. And then we got we were successful on the application. And this year, fortunately, we are going to apply what is called the birth vaccination for children within the first 24 hours after delivery. And this pathways can actually prevent transmission from mother to child. And we think most of the prevalence is actually, well, large percentage of the prevalence is being contributed by transmission from mother to child. So if we are able to break that chain of transmission by vaccinating children at birth, I think we'll be able to at least prevent the rate of transmission of the disease from mother to child, and that will cut down on the prevalence of the disease generally in the country.
Despite advances in prevention and treatment, many people remain unaware of their hepatitis status. Increasing public awareness, expanding access to screening, and encouraging vaccination where available remain critical steps in reducing the burden of the disease in Sierra Leone.
Early screening actually saves lives, because if you screen early and then you know your status, if you are positive, you start treatment immediately, and then if you are negative, you can go and then get the vaccine. Because with the vaccine, you'll be able to prevent yourself from getting the disease. So I want to encourage everyone, if you've not known your status, go out there and then do the test.
World Hepatitis Day serves as a reminder that early detection saves lives, and health authorities are urging Sierra Leoneans to know their status and seek timely care. Edima Conte, AYB News, Freetown.
Mental Health Coalition 2026 states that Sierra Leone maintains a severe shortage of specialized professionals with less than one psychiatrist per 100,000. However, to tackle some of these challenges of mental health, the St. George Foundation has officially turned the sword for the construction of a new psychosocial support center and community playground at its headquarters in Grafton. The project is aimed at expanding mental health and psychosocial support services while creating a safe recreational space for children and families. AYV's Issa Bangura has the details.
Mental health and psychosocial well-being are increasingly being recognized as essential components of community development. As the demand for accessible support services continues to grow, St. George Foundation says it is investing in facilities that will improve the well-being of vulnerable children, young people, and families. At its headquarters in Grafton, the foundation officially broke ground for the construction of a psychosocial support center and community playground, marking a significant milestone in the organization's commitment to community welfare.
I therefore commit this place in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name.
The ceremony attracted representatives from government ministries and agencies, the Western Area Rural District Council, development partners and community leaders, and members of the Board of Trustees of the St. George Foundation UK.
St. George works with vulnerable children, all categories of vulnerable children. And we have the home, but the home is not just, it's just part of part of the services that we provide for children that are vulnerable. So what we are intending to put here and what we are intending to do here in the next couple of months to here is we are developing a psychological center, office, and a playground for children.
1,500 children have had the privilege of staying here, and they've been supported by the amazing staff of St. George Foundation. With the starting of the playground and the support of the ministers and learned guests here today, we can expand the facility and we can provide more care and more support to the children that really need that support day to day.
Stakeholders at the event welcomed the initiative, describing it as a timely investment in the well-being of children and families. They underscored the importance of collaboration among governments, development partners, and communities in expanding access to quality psychosocial care and child-friendly spaces.
We are there to protect and promote the well-being of the vulnerable people. And we did this through our partners, and St. George Foundation is our main partner in this Western Rural District. They always open their doors for vulnerable children that we send to them.
By making this playground around Grafton or within Grafton, we are happy for it. Because most of our children will be access to this program to be with those who they are taking care of.
Once completed, the Psychosocial Support Center and Community Playground is expected to serve as a safe space for counseling, rehabilitation and recreation, reinforcing St. George Foundation's mission to improve the lives of vulnerable communities through integrated care and support. Issa Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, Freetown is grappling with a deepening housing crisis, soaring rents, stagnant incomes, and a chronic shortage of affordable homes have pushed an estimated 35 to 40% of the city's residents into more than 70 informal settlements, according to a 2025 Non-Bureau report. According to them, amongst the starkest examples is the Ferry Junction community, built around one of the city's largest dump sites, where families live alongside towering heaps of waste. AYV's Isata Suma reports and that residents say poor sanitation, pollution and persistent health risks have become part of daily life. The report was filmed by Esther Bangura.
Mountains of garbage, polluted surroundings, and the persistent smell of decomposing waste have become part of the daily life of families living around the Ferry Junction dump site.
Well, I can't do it for make a ferry, for make a survival. Life in all that much okay with you, you understand? Because the equipment you need for the work you get them, you understand? We don't have constraints a lot. Today, we don't get super equipment and the clean boots. In coat and this now in season time, you understand? We come across a lot. Even when we carry the kind of food in here, pass we use your hand, we don't get gloves and pass we use your hand them to shift some of the dots, then pick what you want, then do what you don't want. Differentiate.
Approximately 50,000 people lived on major coastal settlements built on reclaimed solid waste, while thousands more live in and around major municipal disposal sites like King Tom and Granville Brook.
At Ferry Junction, the dumping site is more than a place for waste. It is also a neighborhood where many families live. Children surrounded by garbage, while parents struggle for health and environmental challenge. Residents say they are calling for urgent interventions.
Just like others, this dump site is home to many households that have settled close to it. The continuous accumulation of waste has raised concern about air pollution, blocked drainage systems, and the spread of diseases, especially during the rainy season.
First of all, someday a man don't die. And okay, we forget more. And I was some of food in here. We're not glad you, but just because of your family, they will take care of. You know, get money or fight another battle. So we decide for there. We pick plastic, then we got cola, then we green and do a different things. Challenge about food because when they see no more, they this it will cancel. They don't destroy lots of people there. Don't scatter maridos. Don't scatter picking mama, don't scatter picking papa. Some man that are miserable one. Because some man say, you know, get side for day. So that takes to mind the pan for food we make and coming with winaya. So a big challenge. Most of winaya. Signing the for you to do. And we are easy to can pull winaya. So let the government think say, there are some of food on their past 20-25 years. So when they can pull winaya, waiting to do for you, waiting at the plan.
These residents, not only now, but multiple times, continue to seek the attention of relevant authorities for improved waste collection, environmental protection, and livelihood. Isata Suma, AYV News, Freetown.
Now let's take a court update.
Cardiologist and Dean Doctor at Connaught Government Hospital, Professor Dr. James Russell, has taken two businessmen to court over allegations of stealing a medical diagnostic machine valued at $37,000 100 United States dollars and obtaining money under false pretenses. Two accused persons, Abdul Jabi Mansare and Joseph Bellon, appeared before Magistrate John Mansour Fona at Pademba Court Number 2 and have been remanded in custody. They are facing 5 count charges, including conspiracy, larceny, obtaining money by false pretenses, and receiving stolen goods contrary to the Larceny Act of 1916. According to the charge sheet, Abdul Jabi Mansari allegedly conspired with other persons unknown on the 13th January 2026 at number 3 Battle Street, Freetown, to commit larceny. The prosecution further alleges that on the same date and location, Mansari stole a Vivid IQ Echo machine valued at $37,100 United States dollars belonging to Professor Dr. James Russell. The charge sheet states that on the 28th and the 29th January 2026, Mansari allegedly obtained $2,500 from Fatimata Juliet Nichols and $1,050 from George Russell through Orange Money, after falsely claiming the funds were needed for transportation to recover and produce the stolen medical machine. Meanwhile, the prosecution alleged that Joseph Bellon, between the 13th and the 28th January 2026 at Kosoton, Freetown, received the Vivid IQ Echo machine from Mansare, knowing it to be stolen property. No plea was taken by either accused person, as the matter is before the court through committal proceedings. State Prosecutor Yusuf Isaac Sissay applied for a short adjournment to allow the prosecution to prepare and call its first witness. Magistrate Fona refused bail, citing the seriousness of the alleged offences, and ordered both accused persons to remain at the Male Correctional Center. The matter has been adjourned to the 3rd of August 2026 for another proceedings. The case continues.
You're watching and listening to Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. Stay tuned for more stories after the break.
Do you know you can transfer money, buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy GT World. You can transfer money from one GT code, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT World, you can buy Etsa anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Code. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Across Sierra Leone, more people are asking the same question. Why buy fuel anywhere else when Cornex gives you more? Professionally trained attendants who know service matters. Conex Fuel, a litre is a litre every single time. And when it's time to pay, easy. Pay with mobile money, Visa or MasterCard, or the Cornex Fuel card. Clean restrooms, welcoming spaces. Every station, every time. Clean fuel, clean spaces, clear value. That's why Sierra Leone fuels with Cornex. Cornex retail outlets. Always clean, always professional, always for you. Fuel smart. Visit any of our Cornex stations nationwide for your quality fuel and lubricants today.
Welcome back. I am Mariam Atomi, and this is AYV's Primetime News. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's take more stories. Now, Sierra Leone's legislative representatives are currently debating the bill title amendment of the 1991 Constitution 2025 with the sole aim of addressing electoral reforms as proposed by the Agreement for National Unity. The debate saw many contrary views, especially the contention around clauses dealing with the PR system and the presidential threshold. The amendment seeks to propose the PR as the preferred system for election and for a 50% plus one as the presidential elections threshold, amongst other things. The House still holds a divided view on the reforms as MPs from the government bench backs the proposal while the opposition critiques these positions. Let's join our parliamentary reporter for some updates.
It can show more commitment to increasing women's participation in our political process by agreeing to permanently use the proportional representation system. Instance referred to comprising representatives of the government and the All People's Congress. The committee has even made further recommendations to ensure that through the proportional representation system, we have safe through a list system, both the A and the B list, to ensure that as part of this system, if a woman, member of parliament, needs to be replaced, that replacement must be a woman.
Today, you can hardly find those that were here in the rainy season of 1991. They made history, and we are going to make history too. The Constitution is the supreme law of our country. Like every living democracy, Sierra Leoneans must periodically examine this document to still see if it meets the aspiration and realities of our people. A constitutional reform is not an acknowledgement that the current constitution that we have has failed. It is a commitment on our side to strengthen our democracy.
Are you the first to say you disagree to agree is the correct phrase? Let us disagree to agree. That was my understanding. But thank God for Dr. Vanadel Lahai. She was present. Dr. Abbas Mundu was present. And after some heated arguments, the professor of English, Honorable SPD, our former speaker, was consulted. And they all agreed that the correct phrase is you disagree to agree.
Now in sports, 19-year-old Sierra Leonean swimmer Haley Harris has continued her impressive debut for Sierra Leone at the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. Harris won heat 8 of the women's 50-meter freestyle, recording a time of 26.1 seconds at the Toll Cross International Swimming Center. According to Sam Morris Jr., Press Attaché, and Eric Batiloji, former Communications Director of Sierra Leone's National Sports Authority, both currently covering the Games in Scotland. Harris finished 18th overall out of 66 Commonwealth swimmers in the event and was named as a reserve for the semi-finals. Nevertheless, her top 20 finish on her debut represents a significant milestone for swimming in Sierra Leone. Here's the highlight.
Taken from Botswana, Lenny from Tegan Justice, Sierra Leone. Jackie from Ghana, some more with Chandwara, Ken and Thompson from Bahamas. That's the lineup for this one. Great start from lane number 5, Ali Harris from Sierra Leone. We've seen her turn a couple of times this week, and again it's going to be Sierra Leone 26-0.
Also, Real Madrid has confirmed that Vinicius Jr. will stay despite reports that was indicated that he will join Arsenal. The Spanish club reaffirms that it has no intention of selling him and are confident he will agree to a new contract. Well, that's all for Primetime News tonight. For more stories, visit our website at www.ayvnews.com. If you have any comments on the news, please send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I have been your presenter, Mariam Atomi. Many thanks for watching and listening. Do have a good night.
You're watching AYV Television.
Morning. Ria, give me 30 leons top up. Thank you. Hello, babe. How you dey do? Talk to Uba.
Hello? Hello?
Don't settle for a provider that cuts into your data and airtime.
Ria, give me all the 30 bills.
Africell gives you full value. Africell, now we network.
Checking your motor insurance status can be done easily now with Africell. Dial *9292# from your Africell line. Press 1 to enter your vehicle registration number. Enter your vehicle registration number. You receive a confirmation message indicating your motor insurance status. Africell, the network for you.
With a taste this crisp, this pure, and this refreshing, it's like the whole world stops for you. 100% pure malt. Respect every sip.
As mama, I always want waiting best for me picking them, especially when it comes out waiting them for eat and drink. Now this make I always they choose Sarah juice because they make them from with local foods them and nutritious and it gets less sugar than the other drinks them. Not to me say so.
We lab test show say Sierra juice gets 50% less sugar than the other drinks them na the market.
Because we mama they know waiting best for we picking them, now you make we always they choose Sierra juice. Sierra juice and nutritious, it's healthy and it's sweet. Sierra juice, not the taste of Salome.
Happy birthday to our dear Queen, Emanuela Kagbo. We thank God for the gift of your life. May He bless you with good health, wisdom, joy, favor, and long life. May He protect you, guide your steps, and make all your dreams come true. Continue to grow in God's love and grace. Happy birthday.